What's going on, world? I am DJ Swavor, and I want to welcome you all to another episode of Ottoman Box Openings. On today's episode, we're going to be opening the box to a sneaker that is slowly gaining popularity in the sneaker game. The shoe we're going to be taking a look at in today's episode is the Oreo colorway of the NikeLab version of the VaporMax Flyknit. Now, this pair of VaporMax happens to be my third pair of VaporMax that I've copped so far since they released that model. I may not be the driver of the VaporMax bandwagon, but I just might be riding shotgun on that joint. I'm loving the direction this VaporMax is going. A few dope colorways have already came out. I see a lot of dope colorways coming in the near future. I'm all in on those joints. Now, I know a lot of y'all might be saying, well, damn, Swavor, you were just on the Adidas bandwagon. I'm still on that Adidas bandwagon, but I got like one leg out the door. I don't know about y'all, but for me, Adidas has been kind of boring lately. I'm getting kind of tired of seeing Adidas and Ultra Boost coming out every weekend. Like, we know Adidas is running the game right now, but damn, can you put some creativity in them shits? All they really ever do is maybe throw some suede on a shoe or throw a different colorway out there and people just buy that shit up. I mean, I don't blame them. If I knew I could put out something every week and people were gonna buy them shits up, I'd do it too. But as for me, a seasoned sneakerhead, that shit gets boring as fuck. Like, I don't need 5 colorways of the same damn shoe. All you need is a black, a red, a blue, a green, a white. You're good. After that, you're just wasting your money. I already have a lot of Adidas in all those colorways. What the fuck I need any more for? But this VaporMax though, I need the whole color spectrum in them joints. If y'all haven't noticed by now, I'm kind of hyper. I get bored very easily, especially when it comes to shoes. Adidas, you're starting to bore me just a little bit. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person in America that is thinking this at this exact moment. Like, switch some shit up, man. Come out with a new Boost model or something. The NMDR 1, the NMDR 2, and definitely the Ultra Boost, them shits is kind of getting played out, man. I'm starting to see them sit on shelves just a little bit more than I did in the past. And that normally means people might be getting tired of them shits. Or at least they're getting tired of them coming out every weekend. I'm just saying. But who the fuck am I? Enough about all that, though. Let's get to this box opening. Yeah. And here we have the NikeLab Air VaporMax Flyknit. This particular shoe was in the Oreo colorway. I honestly do not know the difference between the regular Nike VaporMax and the NikeLab edition of the VaporMax. Me personally, I think it just has something to do with the number of units that were made. This Oreo colorway was a little bit more limited than the dark gray colorway that came out this past weekend. This particular shoe went up on the NikeLab website and was sold out in like 5 minutes. I was lucky to get my hands on a size 13. I must have refreshed that screen like 100 times and then finally it went through. I honestly want to see the difference between the Nike version and the NikeLab version. I don't think there's going to be any difference at all, but I guess putting NikeLab on something makes it a little bit more prestigious, I guess. Who knows? I don't know. As you can see, I went with the size 13. If you've never gotten a VaporMax before, you definitely want to go true to size. Sizing down is a no-no. Go true to size. Take my word for it. Also, if you have fat feet, don't even waste your money. You have no chance at fitting in these shoes. Trust me on that one. There's nothing special about the box on the NikeLab version of the VaporMax. This is the same exact box that comes with every VaporMax. So again, I'm just kind of confused what made this a NikeLab version and the other one's a regular Nike version. Enough about all that though. Let's get to this box opening. You have your regular VaporMax paper inside the box. And oh shit. I'm digging this. Let me get this out the box. And this is the NikeLab version of the Air VaporMax Flyknit. This particular colorway is the Oreo colorway. And I must say, this joint is fire. The first thing I notice is the Flyknit gradient on the upper of the shoe. It goes from like a dark black and white Flyknit on the bottom of the upper and fades into like a light, almost gray Flyknit pattern at the top of the upper. Shit is clean as hell. If you have not seen the Flyknit pattern on a VaporMax, you do not know what you're missing. That Flyknit pattern is crazy. That's one of the first thing I noticed on this sneaker is that pattern on the toe box. Of course, you notice the air bubbles on the bottom, but me personally, the Flyknit upper is what got my attention when I first saw this silhouette. The way this Flyknit pattern fades from that dark black and white pattern into like almost like a white light gray the toe box pattern is crazy. Of course, the main hoopla about the VaporMax is the air bubble system on the bottom of the shoe. All that air has turned a lot of people off, but for people like me that love different looking shit, that was one of the main things that drew me to this sneaker. I mean, the shit looks different. You've never seen anything like that before. I mean, look at all that damn air. That shit is crazy. And from my experience with the VaporMax, you feel all of that air when you're walking. Like, it's not just for show. This shoe is mad comfortable. I said before that this shoe is more comfortable than the Ultra Boost. People act like I said Michael Jordan isn't the greatest basketball player ever. They thought I was speaking blasphemy. It's okay to not think everything about Adidas isn't the best. And me personally, I just think this sneaker is more comfortable than the Ultra Boost. People get on that hype train and just go crazy with it. Have a mind of your own. Have a foot on your own. My foot says this sneaker is more comfortable than an Ultra Boost. That's just my opinion and I'm sticking to it. As we go to the rear of the shoe, you have the welded technology on the heel portion along with the VaporMax branding. That crazy Flyknit pattern, that dark Flyknit pattern fades into like a lighter Flyknit around the collar of your ankle. And of course you have that big ass air unit on the back of the shoe. Going into the inside of the shoe, it pretty much completely mirrors the outside of the shoe. Again, you have all the air units on the bottom, that dark Flyknit pattern on the bottom of the upper that fades into the lighter Flyknit pattern at the top of the upper, and a see-through Nike check for the final touches of the upper. The tongue has the same type of branding you would see on a Flyknit razor. It just says Nike and VaporMax. Nothing special about this tongue, but who's really looking at your tongue anyways? The sneaker only came with these light gray laces. You probably could have went with a black lace. I may even switch some out from some laces I got in my closet just to see what it looks like. I'm not mad at this light gray lace. It goes with the shoe. It doesn't make the shoe look any worse. So I may just keep these in. I don't know. I'm indecisive like that sometimes when it comes to laces, but I think most sneakerheads are. The left shoe completely mirrors the right shoe, so I'm not going to repeat myself and sound redundant. Let me know what y'all think about this sneaker. Are y'all liking it? Are y'all not liking it? Did you get your hands on a pair? Me personally, I'm loving these shits. You can never go wrong with an Oreo colorway. The Flyknit pattern on this shoe is bananas. If you didn't get your hands on a pair during their original drop and you're looking on the resale market, be prepared to spend a pretty penny. The resale on this shoe is upwards of $400. I would never pay $400 for a shoe, let alone this one, but I have the shoe, so I don't have to worry about that shit. If you got $400 extra laying around, get you a pair. Why not? YOLO. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this shoe a solid 7.5 to an 8. I can't go above an 8 because at the end of the day, it's just a white and black shoe. This shoe is versatile. It's comfortable. I can wear this colorway with a lot of stuff. I'm glad to have this sneaker in my rotation, and I look forward to seeing more colorways of the VaporMax dropping soon. Nike, kudos to y'all. Keep that shit up. And this is the NikeLab Air VaporMax Flyknit in the Oreo colorway. If you haven't already, smash that thumbs up button, smash that like button for me. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. And when you subscribe, be sure to hit that little bell button next to the subscribe button so when I post something on YouTube, you get it first. Once again, I am DJ Swavor. This is another episode of Ottoman Box Openings. And until next time, peace.